Hi everybody. Okay, so I wanted to make this video about a movie that I saw earlier tonight. I guess because I'm a premium member on YouTube, I get content like movies and stuff for free, and I found a bunch of stuff. Um, and so one of the movies which I wasn't even looking for was called Singles. It was made in 1992. It stars Campbell Scott and Kara Sedgwick and Bridget Fonda and a bunch of people. Okay, but I think before they were really famous, or so I think. So okay, uh, it's your basic 20 somethings looking for love and then running away from love and the aftermath of what happens, right? And I two things that ring true is no matter what age you are and no matter where you're from, the themes of love and friendship even are universal. So, okay. So the two people that I really gravitated to in this movie were Kara Sedgwick's character and Campbell Scott because they were really earnest and stuff. They wanted a connection, but they didn't try to force it. And they just found the right person in that person. But of course, they didn't know it until it was gone. That's another lesson. You know, I mean, don't be so quick to throw away people or relationships because you never know what could come of them. And even though it may not be the best now, it could end up being something really great later on. So just remember that. Okay, so she um she just gives her whole heart and then most people break it, but then they meet each other and it's genuine. And then they go through a bunch of stuff and they are worried about saying the right thing to each other. And of course they don't. So then they break up, which is the breakup. And then it takes them forever to get back together. But as soon as they get back together, they know that they're supposed to be together. And then, they are. And then this other couple, Bridget Fonda, and I don't know who the guy is, but okay, this woman really loves this guy. He's a rock dude, but he doesn't take it. He takes her for granted like all the time because she's always there. You know, she's the one who calls for first. She's the one who does everything and she forgives a lot. And then so he takes her for granted. So they finally break up after it's really funny because he just she asked him out of the blue, like, do you like how I look? And he says no. And then she lets that be the guide for a little while until she has this one thing that she wants guys to do. One, which is say bless you or gesundheit. And she sneezes twice and he doesn't say anything. And she's like, why am I here? Like, why am I here? I don't need to be here. Whatever. So then that's when she breaks up with him. But okay, but I'm sorry. Okay. It seems like a small thing, but I think it was a build up to like she forgave him, forgave him, forgave. And then that one small thing was the one thing she wanted, the one thing. And he couldn't even do that. So that was the tipping point where she's like, I'm out of here. And she didn't take him back, and she didn't take him back. And like, she was okay with being single. And then at the very end of the movie, this is after Campbell Scott and Kara Sedgwick's characters get together. She's going in the elevator. Bridget Fonda's character is going in the elevator. The rocker dude is already in the elevator. And they're just talking, like not really talking, just like hello and whatever. And then she sneezes and he says, "Bless you." And she realizes that he can say what she wants and stuff. And so she realizes that he is a good guy and everything. And then he realizes that she's a good woman, which is what he needs to learn. So they get back together too, kind of, but it's not as dramatic as Kara Sedgwick and Campbell Scott thing, you know. And also, it brings to reason that you can say all the rules and all the stuff in the world, but you're going to be attracted to whoever you're attracted to. And most of the time, it has nothing to do with all the list that you make. It's just like, well, this is going to sound really California of me, which is really weird because I'm in Georgia. But I believe that everyone has a vibe, and you either vibe with somebody or you don't. And when you don't, you can't force it. So that's what I mean with you're going to like who you're going to like. And you can throw out all the rules because you can never pinpoint that, you know? Like, whenever someone asks someone if they're married, how did you get married? Why are you married? That kind of stuff. They say, like, I don't know. It's just we feel a connection and it's unexplainable. I've heard that a lot. And as I go through my own stuff, I realize what they're saying is true. So that's what I got from the movie. So if you're into like romantic comedy but with a twist and stuff, this might be the one for you.